Hey guys, Jeff and I went today and got some of the butcher block stuff, which is also for cutting boards too, for like, well, it's for cutting boards, wooden bowls, and wooden utensils. We went and got that today. This seems too bright, which is odd, but I guess I've either lost the other, don't know where I put it, or it's still up at the other house. My oil, I couldn't find just oil like I normally use, but I found this. It's got carnauba and beeswax in it, which is a good conditioner for your wooden things. But whenever we got home, there was a package, and it is addressed to me, but I have no clue what it is. Like, no clue. And I know that there was a collaboration that I was supposed to be doing at some point, but I never got a response. Like, nobody ever told me they were sending anything. So this might be another collaboration video, and I'm sorry if it is, but I'm not sorry if it is, because I don't know if it is. So you might get two in, 2 days, or this could just be a gift. I don't know, but it's not to my actual name, it's to Mama Cat's home. So I'm gonna open it up. It's an Amazon package. It's pretty big, and like I said, have zero clue what it is, but it is that thing. The company that I did the collaboration with the heater, I guess they just went ahead and sent it when I said that I was interested in it, but we didn't further talk. So it's another collab. I didn't realize that. But it's an AMZCHEF, which I have worked with AMZCHEF before, and Pacifier, which is the other. A lot of companies have the same, have different brands, but they're selling different products. But what this is, it's an 1800 watt induction cooktop. It's safe and easy to clean. Temperature range is 120 to 465 Fahrenheit. Cooks fast and high efficiency. 240-minute timer and sensor control. Now, I have no clue how this thing works. It's supposed to work with cast iron and stainless steel, which is what I use, but there are several things that it will not work with, but I don't use those. I think aluminum was one of them. Anything that's magnetic, it's supposed to work with. That door being open and that light behind me, I'll be right back. Okay, maybe that helps some. I feel kind of foolish right now because I didn't know they were actually going ahead and sending it, because usually there's conversations, but I guess since I had already done a collaboration with them, they already knew my information, so they didn't need it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. This is what it looks like on Amazon, and I will have a link and everything for that, but I want to tell you the type of things that it's supposed to simmer, deep fry, sear, saute, and steam. You can use it like for camping, you can use it in your home, you can use it like multiple places. It said it's stainless steel, cast iron, and enameled cast iron, but it will not work for ceramic, aluminum, copper, or glass concave base. Those things are not ideal for it. I don't know if it just won't work or if they're just not ideal for it, honestly, because I haven't actually read the instructions, because I haven't even gotten it open yet. But this is the weirdest collab I've ever done. Their other product was great. That heater is awesome. I mean, we haven't used it on a cold day, But you can tell if a heater's gonna work. You can turn it on and see. But let me see if I can get this tape. I do not, and I know y'all are probably like, get a knife, get something to open it with. I do not like using things that cut on boxes. Like, I don't want to take a chance of cutting whatever's inside, because I've cut things before and that's not good. So I usually just try to get the tape off as well as I can. All right, now we can get in here. Also today, you guys remember me telling y'all that we had taken our kitchen table, our dining room table apart. Today we are supposed to be, it was supposed to be later on, but I got an email earlier, or no, it was a notification from Sam's app saying that the table was out for delivery. So that's good. It was only a few days without a table, but like I told you guys, we didn't really have to have one because we have the bar for the 3 of us. It's only if we have company, if we really need a table. So it was okay not to have one. Okay, actually, let's move over to the counter. The reason why I said I would go ahead and do this is because I've always wanted one of these, and I thought it would be a good thing to have if I was outside or something, like on the back porch, or if we go camping, that somewhere where I have access to an outlet. An electrical outlet, because you need access to an electrical outlet. That's why I said I would go ahead and do this. And I have always wanted one of these, and I also thought it would be good for cooking demonstrations whenever I'm showing you guys things. So let me get the camera pointed at the item instead of me. You can hear me. Alright, let's get this unwrapped. It's pretty big. It's actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. Alright, it's the AMZCHEF Induction Cooktop. I have done something else that was AMZCHEF too, but I cannot remember what it was. It's got all the different instructions and how to clean it. Alright, see, it says that you can do a magnet test. Alright, so cookware material. Never use pans made from common thin steel, glass, earthenware, copper, or aluminum. Use a ferromagnetic cookware for induction cooking, such as cookware made from enameled steel, cast iron, special induction compatible cookware made from stainless steel. Now, I don't know if my stainless steel would work. I'll see. I can do the test to see. Actually, let's do the test. I'm already seeing this is a copper bottom right here, so it probably won't work. I have a magnet right here, so nope, my stainless steel will not work. So the only thing I can use on this that I have will be my cast iron. I can't use anything else unless it's my wok. So let me check my wok. Which is supposed to be full stainless steel. Okay. See, it sticks. So, alright. To see if the piece of cookware will work on your appliance, try to stick a magnet to it. If the magnet clings firmly to the bottom of the cookware, it will work on the appliance or your appliance. If the magnet clings weakly or not at all, the cookware will not heat up your appliance. So I'll have to ask Jeff what he thinks about this. But he's busy right now, so I'll ask him in a minute or a little bit. So I have lots of cast iron though, so that's not a problem for me, and that's what I normally use most of the time anyway. But it tells you the correct way to do things, the incorrect way, and you know, the safe things. It's got a lot of safety things. It's got a ceramic plate, the power cord, the exhaust vent back here, and control panel is up here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. It's also got a child lock. I just saw that. I'm going to go ahead and plug this up. Let me move it over a tiny bit to get to the plug. Okay, it beeped on me. Please do not touch the hot surface after cooking. Touch the function and switch to boil water. So there's things here. Okay, so it's got a residual heat indicator, an over temperature protection, a detection of small articles. So okay, and okay, so setting the appliance. This part provides instructions on how to set the appliance. Press the on/off button to switch on the appliance. Press the function button to select the mode. Oh, I hear it doing things. The display will show the current setting. So right now it's on pot. So hold on, how do you do it? Maybe, all right, turn off, be quiet. All right, it's on. Okay, you push function and it shows which one. Right now it's on pot. Or I don't have a pot on it. Stop. Okay, calm down. I don't have a pot on it, so it's not gonna work. Jeff, does that magnet stick firmly to that? To the bottom. Okay, so I can't use my wok because it's not firmly stuck. It sticks, but not firmly.
It could be the magnet too.
Yeah, it could be this magnet. It's a weak magnet. I'll let Jeff do some more testing on that for him to be able to tell me. So I know that this little pan is cast iron, so I'm going to sit it on here, and maybe it's telling me the pot's not on it and that's why it's not working. Alright, so function, that's temperature, and I can go up or down. Alright, and then it's, this one is fry mode, boiling, hot pot, simmer, and keep warm. So that's the different modes. I'm turning it off because I don't want to cook anything right now. So it also says for like milk heating, use the temperature thing. For quickly bringing a pot of water to a boil, use the boil function. If the error code pot appears on the cooking zone display, the cooktop has an automatic recognition system for suitable cookware. If no cookware suitable for induction is detected on the cooking zone, this is indicated by the code pot on corresponding cooking zone display. So it will tell you if it's not suitable. And earlier there was nothing there, so it was telling me it's not ready. It's not going to work. So I'm going to cook dinner with it tonight, I guess, and show y'all and tell you how well I like it. But I'm not cooking right now, so I'm going to let it do its thing. It does have the lock on it. That just locked it down, I guess. Okay, I can't do anything. I guess I can turn it off. How do I turn? I didn't read the locking part. Alright, let's figure out how the lock works. Jeff, I didn't even know they were actually sending this because they never finished. Like, I guess because they already had our address, that's why they went ahead and did it. I guess I've never worked with a company but once, but I'm not fussing about it. Alright, it has a timer on it too, which I think I've locked it down. How do you unlock? There we go. You just hold down. So that's on. You can set a timer. How do you set the timer? Let's do the function. we're just gonna, all right, let's do that. And you can set the timer with that. Okay, I'm turning it off. I don't want to get this pan hot. But it has a fan that will cool it down. It'll let it cool down afterwards. But it says do not ever touch this top after it's been used. But it also has some troubleshooting and things like that. So I'll just cook supper with y'all tonight. But I'm gonna let this finish its cooling off. And let me get this back up here. I'm gonna let it finish cooling off, and then I'm gonna move it out of the way so that I can show y'all how that I do my cutting boards. I need to do this one. It's one I been using, but the ones I got yesterday, when I washed them, they seemed like they already had some oil on them. Like they had already been pre-seasoned, but I don't know, and I didn't read it well enough to know. Okay, that's done. I guess because I didn't turn it on very much. Unplug it. So probably after Jeff leaves for work, I will do the butcher block with you guys. I don't know what else I'm doing other than I'm cooking supper with y'all. And I have to figure out what I'm cooking for supper, because what I was gonna cook is a slow cooker meal, and I didn't start it this morning because I didn't prepare. And I actually was gonna have a conversation with y'all about that. Sometimes if you don't prepare, if you already have a meal plan, you can choose something that you haven't cooked and swap it around. That's the beauty of a meal plan. So you don't have to get like stressed out about not having things prepped. The reason why I didn't, the reason, let's see, what am I trying to say? He's making all this noise behind me. What is he doing? He's cleaning out his lunchbox. What's that?
What?
It's a USB tester. What do I need that for? Anyway, is it a light? Okay, you're distracting me. Now you're giving me toys and gadgets. Anyway, I did not take the ground beef out so it didn't thaw. So I couldn't start it this morning. But it's okay because I have other things that don't take 8 hours for them to cook in the slow cooker, and I can make that. So I'm not stressed. Okay, so this toy you just gave me, it's a tester from work. You don't need it?
We got a USB-C there.
Oh, they changed to USB-C so they don't need this kind anymore. So is it really a light? Like you can plug it up to some... Can you plug it to the laptop and have a light?
Yeah. You can plug it in any USB and it'll be a light.
I don't have any USBs in here. I got a new toy, y'all. 2 of them, I guess, today. And I'm going to have a new table, too. I'll show y'all that later. But Noah's going to have to bring it in the house. I got lots of new toys lately, don't I? And I hadn't even tried. I must have been a good girl. What you think?
I've been done.
He said my hair looks like it has a rat tail. Does it really look like it has a rat tail?
Not now.
Not now. It was just the way he was looking at it. I said, it ain't got a rat tail.
You have a 1 eyeball functioning.
You got 2 eyeballs functioning. He's fixing his lunch. I'll be back later. I just remembered the other product I did that was AMZCHEF was the blender. And it's nice. So I think this cooktop will be too. But I remember that, so I thought I'd tell y'all. And let y'all know. Now I need the light on. Now it's bright. But I just thought I'd let y'all know that while I was thinking about it. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm just gonna do one. I'm not gonna show you how I do all of them, because what I'm gonna end up doing is doing one, letting it do its thing, then do the other one. I really need to do not all of my cutting boards because some of them are fine, but I do have some small ones that I need to do, but I don't have anywhere to like let them sit and dry for hours and hours on end and do all of them at one time. That would be ideal, but I don't have that type of space, and honestly I don't know anyone who does. So now here's the thing, this kind is a butcher block conditioner. It has oil and wax in it, so it's much thicker. You don't use much of this at all. Now there are kinds that are just the oil, and you have to be careful with those because they're easier to pour out. But this is, you know, you just put a little bit on, and you see it's got the oiliness, but it's also got the waxiness. And you take a soft cloth, this is like a, I don't know what it's made out of, a microfiber cloth, and you just rub it on, and you get it all everywhere, like every single spot on this board, front, back, edges, in the groove, everywhere. You put it everywhere you can see. And the way I'm going to do it, also, this stuff should not have a smell. If it does have a smell, like it might have like a coconut smell or something if you use coconut oil, but this one does not have any kind of smell at all. If it's rancid at all, you do not use it. You throw it away. But that little bit I did should get me all the way around this whole entire board. Now, if this was a board that had never been done before, because I think it was already pre-done at some point, but one that's never been done, or I'll just show you what I'm talking about. I'll just show you my other one that's really dry. See, this one it didn't look dry to me. Alright, now we let it sit and soak in. Now this one, I'll show you this. This is super dry. It's been used. You see the cut marks, all that stuff. And with it, it's going to need a little bit more love, but let me see, which side was I using? You see, I've got a little bit of wax oil still on this, because you can see the difference in the color of that. But I'm going to put some of this on here. I will do this one too, but you might have to do this one more than one time, because I have needed to oil it for, well, since we moved, but I kept putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. And then I realized, oh, well, I don't even have the oil here. Where's it at? Did I lose it? Did I throw it away on accident in the move? Did I leave it up there? What is happening, you know? Because we still have stuff up there. Or did we put it somewhere in this house that I can't find it? But I don't know. See, that soaked that in so quickly that I already need to get some more for this side. Maggie's walking around. I don't know what she's doing. And then after you get it all done, because I need to get this, I didn't get all the edges. You get all the edges because you want it to be, you know, sealed completely. What this does is it keeps the wood moist. It keeps it from drying and cracking, and it keeps your cutting board healthy. It keeps it from being just falling apart, pretty much. And I did not know you were supposed to do this. See, look at the difference in that, the way it looked before. I wish I would have taken a before picture or something, which you just saw it. I'm sure you didn't forget it that fast. But the difference, it's not going to make the cuts go away. It's not going to change any of that. But this bamboo cutting board looks better already. Now, there is a way to get rid of the minor cuts, and that's just by sanding it. You can do that and then like clean it really well with a tack cloth or something, and then you can re-oil it. It's just according to how you want to do it. I recommend, and I'm pretty sure I've read this somewhere before, and this is why I do it, a thicker board. Like these are pretty thin. The other one over there is thicker, the one I got yesterday. And then there's one I have, it's like this thick. They need multiple coats. Now this one right here, I can already tell you I'm probably going to have to do it one more time, but I'm going to let it sit for several hours, and I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'll come back and do it if I need to. But this one I just don't think I will. But you just pay attention, you look at it, you make sure there's no like oil buildup, like a big puddle or anything, because if there's a puddle, it's just going to cause a sticky spot. You don't want to use certain oils though, because you don't want to use an oil like a corn oil or a peanut oil or vegetable oil or canola or anything like that, because they will go rancid very quickly. I don't even use olive oil on mine, and I know that the paperwork for this said not to use mineral oil because it's not as eco-friendly, because it's petroleum based. Honestly, that's what most of these types of things is made out of, but you don't seem to have the problems with that. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop talking about this, and I don't know what I'm doing next with you guys, but I'll be back at some point. I'm seeing where this has got like oil in this groove, and I want to keep it cleaned up, keep it good. Alright, so I'll be back later. Also, it does help your hands, and I'm not even going to wash my hands because that oil on them will help moisturize. Now, if I was touching some kind of paper or something, I would probably wash my hands, or clothes that I want to, you know, folding clothes or something. But what I'm about to do is throw clothes in the washer, so I'm going to leave it as is for a few minutes, and that way it'll help moisturize. Okay, so FedEx brought the table and Noah brought it in. He's going to help me open it up, and I'll show y'all what it looks like, how big it's going to be. But it's going to be folded whenever we're storing it and go up under there. So I'll be right back after we get it opened up. Okay, so Noah said it looks bigger outside the box than inside the box. Noah, this is not right.
What is not right?
Look at it. Is that because it was dented on the box? No.
It wasn't assembled.
It wasn't. They may have to do some assembly, checking it out. Anyways, it's pretty big, and let's see. Could we sit at the couch? We could sit on the couch. If one of us could, but not everybody. But it's pretty big. Let me try to get an accurate representation. It takes up that whole big space that was there, but we wouldn't have it right there. We would move that back, but nobody could recline in it, and then we would have it over here with chairs around it. And Noah's got some other stuff in here that he's doing, but he's going to help me do this real quick. But there's actually, I think, more space on it than there was on our other table, but I'm not even sure. But it's supposed to fit 6 to 8 people. So, works for me. I think it'll be fine. And, I mean, until later. This may not be a forever thing. This might be just a temporary thing. But we can just store it away very easily. I'll show you what it looks like folded up, and we're going to slide it under there. Okay, Noah's holding it because it's slip-slidey on the floor, and I can't, like, get it to stand up. But this is how big it is, folded. Now, Noah, you can slide it up under the couch. And it's hidden away. I mean, it's not hidden, but it's good enough. I mean, we don't care if you can see it's there. We probably could push it back further, couldn't we? It'd be easier to get out the way it is. Anyway, all we gotta do is take it out, set it up, wash it off. If we want to put a tablecloth, there we go. Otherwise, we have all this space empty. So it works great, I think. We're gonna test it out sometime, but I think it'll be fine. This is like the kind that we've used at churches and stuff. So I know it's a good kind. We have this brand already in a little rectangle one, and Noah has a little rectangle one. So I know it's a good brand. It's just we didn't know what we wanted to do whenever we first moved here, but then we decided. Okay, so I'm about to get started cooking, and the thing I'm going to cook tonight is the pizza baked potato, and I actually was supposed to cook these a couple nights ago, but I ended up changing it because of different reasons, and Jeff was a little bit disappointed because he really wanted this. So he's going to be super happy when he finds out that I'm cooking it, because I didn't tell him, because I didn't know for sure whenever he left. So I'm going to get it all started. I'm going to show you my new knife, one of them, while I'm doing this. I'm not using my new cutting board because I'm still letting the oil do its thing. I'm going to be using one of my old ones that I probably need to oil, but after I wash it and clean it up, I can do that. But like I said, I'm going to be doing a process of getting them all oiled up within the next few days. So let me get the camera down here. Now, I do not have the induction top over here. I have it over on the other side for now. Now, this right here is bell pepper that I had partially processed, prepped it because I had bought a lot of it. This knife is cutting so easily. I didn't even think about that. But anyway, now I'm mesmerized. What was I saying? This is pepper that I had gotten and washed and cut into this size. Sometimes I cut it into this size, sometimes I just cut it into halves, but that way if I freeze it, I can have it anytime I want. And what I do whenever I do this is I cut it up and I put it in the freezer in a big Ziploc bag, and let me do it this way because it's making so much chop chop noise. I put it in a big Ziploc bag, and this is not a butcher knife, but well, you know, this is not a chopping knife, whatever like that, but it works. It doesn't rock like others, but it does really good. This knife might be one of my new favorites. And I'm not just saying that just because of it being a new knife. I'm just saying it's working really good. And some of my knives I really don't like. But back to what I was saying, because I so rudely interrupted myself again. I'm good at that, y'all. I put it in there in a big bag, and then whenever I need it, I take whatever I need out because it does not stick together. All right, there is my bell pepper. This is my recipe, and on my blog it's called Italian Topping. And Jeff just started calling it pizza baked potatoes. What happened is one night we were supposed to have homemade pizza, and something happened, and I had already put this together and everything, and so I needed to figure out something else to do with it. So we ended up putting it over baked potato for Jeff and just eating it just like it was for the rest of us. Well, Noah ate it with baked potato. Can't remember what, Selena didn't eat it. But it was supposed to be for Jeff and Noah's pizza. Now, it would be really good on pizza too. I think that's what had happened. But either way, we ended up not having it on what we needed or what we were supposed to that night. This is one yellow onion. I'm just going to chop it up, throw it in the same bowl as the peppers because we're going to cook those at the same time. Well, hello. This knife does really well. I did see a part of the onion that I didn't really love earlier. I don't like it when it's brown. I like to get rid of that part. I don't know why. It's just tougher. I don't know if it's okay to eat it or not, but there's that. All right, now I'm going to take these olives. I had used black olives in the beginning, but I'm using these Spanish olives this time because that's what I have. And these have pimentos in them, which are just a pepper, so it's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and just cut these in half. And I had put on the recipe, wow, that onion's getting to my eyeballs, 12 olives. I have a little bit more than 12 here because these are smaller than the black olives, and that's okay. I don't know how many I have here now because Noah ate a couple. He asked me if he could have some, so I took out extras. But there we go. And pepperoni, 6 to 8 of those. I'm going to chop those up. and pretty much just get rid of the stems. Keep all the rest of it, because all the rest of it's good. And I'm going to stick it back in the same bowl. Let me go ahead and just take these out so I don't make a mistake. And see, there we go. Already making mistakes. Okay, get all those out. Get them chopped up real quick. And we do want to keep as much of the juice as we can of these. Now, I am doing it a little bit different than what I normally do. And the reason why is because Noah doesn't love the pepperoni in it because of the greasiness of it. So, I'm going to keep the pepperoni out this time until it's time for Jeff to have it. Because I can just put some pepperoni on top of his and it'll be fine. I will not be doing the baked, like showing you the finished product. I'm just going to show you this. Because the other part is just, this is a baked potato topping. Or you can put it over noodles. Or you can put it over on a pizza. You can put it in like, you can make a pizza pocket or something with it. You don't have to do, this is a versatile recipe. You could do whatever you wanted. Alright, so that's all my chopping done. So I'm going to get my cutting board and knife out of the way, and I'm going to move things around and get my induction cooktop over here. But I don't want this to sit in water, so I'm just going to sit it on the other side where the cooktop is, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got this over here, and I'm going to turn it on. And I'm using my big iron skillet, one at my Lodge. I'm going to put it on there. And I'm going to do the function as, that's fry, no, that's just temperature. I'm going to go to, I don't really know what temperature to put it on. I'm going to do 285. I don't know if that'll be good or not. But the first thing I want to do is get my bacon in here. So I need 2 slices of bacon. So let me get that. Actually, I'm going to put some oil in. I have coconut oil on the recipe, but you can use olive oil like I'm doing today. It's up to you. I've done both. So I'll be right back, and maybe this will get hot. I can already feel the heat, y'all. Get the bacon in. Okay, so got my bacon here. Ooh, I've got an onion on it. And I'm just going to use my kitchen shears to cut it up into like lardons or whatever. I know this is probably not the proper way to do that, but that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to get it going in this pan. I might have it up too high, but I'm just going to chop it into pieces and let it get to cooking. Then I'm going to put my kitchen shears in the dishwasher because there's dirty dishes in there. Get off there. Kitchen shears are a wonderful thing, especially the ones that come apart like these. And you can just stick them in and wash them up. Alright, I might have to turn down the heat. This is my first time using this gadget, so, you know, we're learning it. But I'm going to cook this until it's completely done. If you have the real bacon bits, you could use that instead. Just, you know, like maybe enough to equal 2 to 3 pieces of bacon. But if you wanted to, you could use that. Now, I don't know where the hottest point on this is, other than right in the center. I don't know how far around this machine gets hot. But with cast iron, it's going to be pretty equal most of the time. So that's what we're looking for. Now the fan is going to be going the whole time, so you are going to hear that, as far as I know, because it keeps the temperature regulated on this machine. I'm going to turn the temperature down just a tiny bit because I don't want my bacon to burn. I just want it to get cooked through. And I brought me a plate over here, a bowl over here, so I could take it out whenever it's done. So I'll be doing that. Now this is just not what I planned to do today. I didn't even have a plan for my video. I was just going to share whatever I was doing. But this turned into what I was doing because Noah ended up cutting Allie's hair, which I didn't record that because I never do. And I have been washing clothes. So honestly, I was going to have to come up with something to share with y'all today. I really just plan to show y'all the table and talk with y'all some. And I think this, and show you the what are those things called? The cutting boards. And this, actually I think the video will be better because you're cooking with me. It's got a little bit more content. I probably shouldn't have done this over here because grease might get on there, but it'll wash off. I can easily wash it off. Why am I stirring this constantly? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. It's not like it's gonna scald like milk or something. Leave it alone, lady. I'm using one of my silicone spoons. It's got a wooden handle. It's that brandless. Do y'all remember brandless? Because I had bought from there years ago, and I tried to sign back into my account, and it will not let me. It will not let me. And they even used to send me emails, and it would not let me sign in from there. But they still have stuff. They still have products on their website. But I cannot get in. I don't know why. And I've even tried the forgot password thing. I've tried the forgot email thing. It won't work. I don't know. But I said, you know what? If you don't want me to get into my account that I already had, you must have deleted me, so I'm going to just forget you. But I do still have some of their products. I've got this, and I've got a couple more little things that have silicone with a wooden handle. Now, you can't put it in a dishwasher. A lot of my stuff you cannot put in a dishwasher. So many of my things you have to hand wash. But that's okay, too. That means that I can keep practice if I ever have no dishwasher, I guess. I think the heat is mostly in the middle of this, like in this area. But I'm not sure. I can't promise you, because I don't know. I did not read the diameter of the heat. But it's fine. It's cooking just as good as my stove, I think. I could have turned it up some more. But, you know, I'm cooking bacon. It's a great thing to be testing to see how sturdy or how easy it is to clean this. I won't be cleaning it with you, though, because I want it to cool down before I clean it, because you shouldn't be cleaning things while it's hot. Even your cast iron, you shouldn't do it while it's scalding hot. For multiple reasons. One, you don't want to mess it up, and two, you don't want to burn yourself. I hope y'all can hear me over that fan, though. It seems, I mean, it's not very loud. I hear the refrigerator or freezer behind me, too. Why am I still stirring? That's just what I do if I have a spoon in my hand. Put it down, lady. I don't know. But I have a very acute sense of hearing, I think, and I hear stuff more sometimes. There, I picked up the spoon again. I might as well just stir it the whole time. But it seems to be cooking really well. This bacon's about done. I don't want to burn it because I will be putting it back in. So, I think I'll go ahead and take it up. And I used a slotted spoon on purpose so I could get some of that oil back into there. And I'm going to put in the onions and the bell pepper, but I should have separated them, but I didn't. I don't want to put it all in at one time, so I'm just going to put in some of it, and then I'll take it out and put some more in. Or no, I just put it all in. It's fine. I don't want to take it out because I don't need to take it out. I need to leave it in. I'm losing it, man. This makes it convenient. Cooking over here. Oh, y'all might get fogged up. Alright, so my recipe says that you're also supposed to use a large handful of pepperonis. If you want to, but you don't have to. You could use Italian sausage too. I'm sure that would be good too, or something else, but it's just not what we're doing. Whatever you would put on a pizza, honestly, that's what was happening with this. And now I remember what I was doing. I was trying to make it easier for whenever it was time for me to make pizza, but I ended up not making pizza that night. And I had cooked this ahead of time or something. I don't remember exactly, but either way, it doesn't matter. It became one of Jeff's favorites, so that's what matters. So let's see. I chopped everything into nice sized chunks. I'm cooking the onions and the peppers now. I've already done the bacon. And that bacon will get into here and make all this yummy. I'm going to also, I've already washed 2 cans of mushrooms. I have the baby portobellos, the chunky portobellos here. I have these, I think it's Giorgio, yeah, Giorgio brand. I have those. I'm going to drain them. I've already washed the lids. Always wash your lids because you don't know what was crawling on your stuff in a factory. And I'm not trying to be gross, I'm just trying to be truthful. But these are already chopped up, so it made it an easier process for me so that I don't have to worry about it. And they were actually cheaper than the other brand that was the Walmart brand at the time whenever I bought these. And they're portobellos. So, yeah. There's that. Smelling good in here. Anything with onions and peppers and bacon smells good. Why is that? I don't know, but it just does. Now, I want to tell you something else. I'm using my cast iron, and I am going to put marinara sauce into this. Always, anytime you use tomato product in your cast iron, make sure you clean it and re-season it thoroughly because the acid that is in it will mess up your seasoning if you let it sit. Do not let it sit in this pan for too long because we don't want all that work we did to get it pretty and nice and seasoned to be wasted by marinara sauce or any other kind of tomato product. I can see in the middle there, this sometimes happens on my stove too, where it's like, it looks like the heat is centered right here. But I want to get this kind of translucent, get it softened, really, is what I want to do with these onions and peppers. And then once they get softened, I'll add my pepperoncinis, my olives, my mushrooms, and I'll put my bacon. I'm not going to do the pepperoni like I said, and I'll let it cook for a few minutes like that, and then I'll put the marinara sauce in and let it cook through until it gets hot. And it'll be done. It's really a simple meal, and you could make it vegetarian. You just don't put the bacon in. You don't have to put the bacon in if you want it vegetarian. Now, actually it will be vegan too because I've not used any milk or animal products, period. I've used olive oil. If I had not used bacon, it would be vegan. So there's that. Because you can put your potato on there and just don't use cheese if you want cheese. And if you use it like pizza baked potato is what Jeff calls them. But I'll leave a link to this recipe down below because like I said, it's my recipe that I made up one day. Just trying to make things easier for later on in that day, which I did. We just ended up doing baked potatoes instead of the other. I don't remember why now. It's been so long. It's been a few years. It's been a favorite though for Jeff. Alright, so I'm going to let the onions and peppers get translucent and I'll come back. Okay, so I'm about to start putting everything else in. I'm going to put the bacon back in with all of its whatever's in it, drippings in there. Stick it in here. I don't know why I'm doing that. If I touch the dishwasher, I have to wash my hands. I know that, so I'm going to not put anything in the dishwasher till I'm done. I know that about myself. I know, well, if the dishwasher has dirty dishes. Alright, pepperoncinis, putting those in. I'll just stack my things over here. Putting in the olives. All of y'all need to go in the boat. the mushrooms. And if there's anything that you are allergic to or you cannot have or you do not like, don't put it in. It's fine. You don't have to worry about it. Change the recipe if you need to. Make it work for you. I know that there's some people allergic to mushrooms. Don't you dare put that in there if you're allergic to them. We don't want you sick. Whatever you eat on a pizza, that's what you put in this. That's what you eat. Whatever you eat on a pizza. And it's chunky. I mean, even without the pepperonis, it's chunky. And it's just, you know, all that in there. So I'm going to let it sit and cook through a little bit. And I have on here a cup of marinara. But what I have started doing is just putting in however much feels right. So I have a whole jar here of marinara. Actually, I need to open it. Oh goodness. Oh, there we go. I still make myself open things without asking for help if I can, because I don't want to get to the point where I can't open them. And I know there's some people that can't. Put these other dishes in here while I'm doing things, because I know I gotta wash my hands. So there's some things, as I said, I don't put in the dishwasher, like that little bowl, the red one that had the olives in it. I won't put it in there because I don't want to mess up the pretty paint on the outside of it. I do want to show y'all, this is several hours later and it still looks the same. Shiny and pretty. And I might go ahead and put another coat on, but I don't feel like I need it because it feels like it has a good waxy coat on there, like a oily, you know. But what the oil is for is to keep it hydrated and keep the board waterproof. This is, oh no, I lost a mushroom. I cleaned this, but I don't trust it now that I've had other stuff sitting there. So be careful whenever you're stirring. Don't be a wild woman like me. Oh, I did want to tell you that I did turn this up to 285 a few minutes ago when I was just doing the onions and peppers. You could also have this on a sandwich if you wanted to. I don't know how it would be, but it was something Jeff and we were talking about once, and thought that might work. I probably drive y'all crazy stirring stuff. Now y'all can see the whole situation. I should have had the camera turned this way some, but this is okay. I think that's all heated through now. That's what you're looking for, is all your vegetables to get hot, to get them hot and happy together. And then you put your sauce in and let it just simmer for a bit, 10-15 minutes, and supper's done. You know, once you get your sauce in, you start, if you're doing microwave baked potatoes, you start them then. If you're doing the instant pot baked potatoes, I'm not sure when you start them, I've never done it. If you're doing regular old baked potatoes, you better put them in the oven an hour ago. But like I said, I'm just showing y'all this part to show you how this induction cooktop does. And I really like it. I think it's nice. I could go outside and cook if I needed to. And also, this is something else I had thought about. There are times whenever we have power failures here, because, I mean, I know from experience from living here before, and we're not going to use the generator to fire up that stove because it uses more power. than what this does. It's a different voltage. I think it's 220. I could be wrong. I don't know. I know it has a big old plug, but I could use this and still cook for us with the generator. All right, I'm putting sauce in. Oh goodness, making a mess on my finger with it. And what I started doing, I said I had, like I told y'all, I started with a cup before. Actually, let me change the function to keep warm. And put my timer. Woo, it's going the wrong way. Oh, it'll only do an hour or less. Let's just forget the timer. Wait a minute. No. Now it will do like just okay, can you, there we go. I put it on 25 minutes. I don't know how, I'm trying it. It's too much, but we're gonna see how it works. All right, I think that's enough sauce. And I put about half a jar probably, and what I would do with this rest of the sauce is just put it in the refrigerator just like it is, or of course close it up because it's not closed. This is about a half a jar, which is probably a little over a cup, maybe a cup. How many ounces is this? 23. No, it's more like 2 cups. I don't know. It's about half a jar anyway. All right. And I'm just gonna let it simmer. Let it get all the flavors together. If I feel like it needs some more sauce because it's too dried out, I'll add some more sauce. If I feel like it's, you know, needing a little less time, I won't let it simmer as long. But I'm just gonna let it go. And I will come back whenever, actually I shouldn't have probably put it on keep warm. But what other function is there? I don't know what other function there is that I could have used. Can I turn the timer off? Yeah, I turned the timer off. I really don't know what function I would use because I usually use low. Let me just go back to this and turn the heat down. Duh. There. I just turned the heat down. And I'm just going to let it kind of simmer. It's at 195. I'll be back. Okay, so this is done, so I'm turning it off and I'm gonna let this do its thing. I'm gonna let it cool off. Over here on this side, it says hot. This is not very hot to me. I don't know why, but it's not. That one's hotter than the other one. But I want to show you how we're gonna do Noah's supper. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. What are you doing, baby? Choose whatever kind of cheese you want. Alright, I'm going to move this pan over to the stovetop. I've got the oven on. See, this says hot. This is what it looks like. I'm not touching this. It's hot. I can feel the heat on it. But I'm just going to let it sit here. Alright, now I think it's off and it just blinks until it goes off completely. So I'm going to let it sit there. I don't know how long it's going to take. Alright, I'm going to turn on the light over here. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump y'all around. And Noah is going to have it like, he's going to have a bread pizza. So, we're going to put some of this on bread. This is brioche bread. And then we're going to put cheese on it. Whatever kind of cheese he chooses. I don't know what he's choosing. What you got there, sir?
Cheese.
Cheese? Oh, it's Colby Jack. Alright. I put it on a pizza pan because I thought it would be easy, but it's moving around. Alright, so is that enough on, that's not as much on that one as there is on, that's enough? You tell me however much you want.
About as much as the other one, the first one you did.
I did that one first.
Yeah, the first one.
Oh, so is this one too much?
It'll be okay.
I can always put some of this one over here. It's not a big deal, which I didn't squish it down like I did that one. I don't think. All right, so we got the oven on. We're gonna put this cheese. We got the big slices. We need to buy some more of this sliced cheese. This is just Colby Jack because it's what he wanted. And I'm gonna stick it in the oven and I'm gonna let it just toast and melt. And then this, are you gonna want any more, do you think? Because if you don't, I can go ahead and put the pepperoni in for your daddy. I don't know, I'll just wait. I'll let it be like it is. I'm gonna move it into another bowl. So I'll be right back. This. Noah is behind y'all making tea. Or starting to make tea. So I'm gonna move this on into here and let it cool off so Jeff can have this for supper. Like I said, I'm not eating this. I don't prefer it. I make it for Jeff. I don't even know if Noah prefers it. Noah, what do you think?
It may be better this way.
It may be better without the pepperoni?
I don't know though.
I don't think Noah loved it. That's the thing. So mainly I just make it for Jeff. And a lot of times I'll have just a baked potato or something like that. I think tonight I'm gonna have me some cereal. I don't know why I want cereal tonight.
Let's start this.
Okay. Is there enough for me to have coffee too? Nope. It's okay. He's starting the kettle. Get in there. Now I'm going to clean all of this because I don't, well, as soon as it cools enough, because like I said, I don't want that red sauce to stay in this pan. I'm going to let this cool some and then I'll put it in the refrigerator. So I'll be back whenever that's inside is done. Okay, so the hot part has turned off, that light. This just has a blinking light. I think it's just because it is still plugged up, but this is all cooled off. I can touch it. It's warm, but not terribly warm. It's like I can sit here and it's fine. But I'm gonna unplug it. That way I can clean it up because I don't want to keep it plugged up and clean it for whatever weird reason. But it only took about 5 minutes for this to completely cool down. So that's nice. I don't even know if y'all could see what I was doing. It's not burnt.
Hey, Bird.
It's not burnt. Okay, so this is what it looks like.
Makes it look good.
It actually looks good. He said it was burnt. I might have just touched the
I was joking.
camera. I know you were joking. Get you a plate, baby. This is the way it looks, though. I did move them around a little bit because I was afraid that they were touching too much and they wouldn't toast right. But they look good. So he's gonna eat now. And I'll try to remember to tell y'all if he liked it or not. Maybe I'll just put it on the screen. Okay, so if you want to check out that cooker, which I did clean and it was very easy to clean. It was actually harder to clean this because I have to get it shined back up, you know, than it was to clean the other. But it was very easy to clean it. If you want to check it out, I'll have it linked down below. I'll have the knives and the cutting boards and all that linked down below too, because like I told you yesterday, anytime I use those things, I am going to have those linked for a while anyways. So he hasn't tested it yet, but he's about to try that. I don't know what it's all. I called it Italian topping because I couldn't figure out what else to call it. And actually, I can't remember, but I think that I asked you guys what to call it, or maybe it was just Jeff. I don't know. But have you tasted it?
No, it's
No.
hot.
It's too hot, so he won't be tasting it for a little bit. But anyways, that is all I have for today. I hope this video was alright. I don't know how it's going to turn out. But sometimes life does not happen exactly like you expect. Sometimes you have to change a recipe to make it work out better. And sometimes things happen that are not the way you planned it. And that's alright. Today, I did not plan on doing another collaboration. I didn't. But I'm super excited about it. And like I said so many times, anytime that I do a collab, I don't want you to go out and buy this thing. I'm just giving you my first impression. If you feel like you would want to get it, That's your business. But don't ever feel like you have to purchase something just because I show it to you. And that includes things like that table that I purchased, or we purchased, or anything else that we buy. Don't go think you have to go get it just because I have it, because I have had FOMO myself, and I have regretted having FOMO, and I have learned that I don't want it no more. No more FOMO. And I have learned that I don't have to have everything everybody else has. It's nice to see it. It's nice to see them enjoy it, but I don't have to go buy it. But there are so many times I've seen one of the ladies on YouTube have something that I was like, oh wow, that will be so awesome to have. That will make life easier. That I have purchased, and I loved it, and I don't regret it. So just pick and choose. That's what I got to say. Just pick and choose and do what's best for your family and live your life that way. So that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I hope you did enjoy this video, and I will see you again tomorrow. There will be no collaboration tomorrow, but there is another one coming up soon. Not exactly sure when, but should not be tomorrow, I don't think. I do have a product that I'm supposed to be sharing, but Jeff has to help me with it. It could possibly be tomorrow if he chooses to help. It could possibly be Sunday. I don't know, but I'll see you guys next time. I am fairly certain that that will be the last product I have to share for a while. I don't know how I've ended up with so many recently. I don't know how it, like, I think, honestly, hold on. Okay, so what I truly think happened is during the end of our renovating process and before we moved, I agreed to these things, but I didn't realize they were due in October and November. And, you know, they all happened all at once, and I didn't document my stuff like I normally do. I didn't write them down, and that's why I ended up all of them being at one time, and I agreed to so many at one time. But I plan on not doing that anymore. I'm not saying I'm not ever going to share another product, but I don't plan on doing 2 a week or 4 a week or 3 a week or whatever. I do 7 videos a week for you guys. Soon to be 8 because I want to get back into the Bible studies. But I do 7 videos a week for you guys. And I don't want them all to be this, collabs. Even though they're fabulous and I love them, I love getting the products and testing them out and trying new gadgets, especially kitchen gadgets, but I don't want y'all to leave. So I don't want you to think I'm an infomercial, because I'm definitely not. I'm not that good. You might be like, she is not selling this product. But if you do feel you need it, if it's something you would want, check it out. If not, don't. It's up to you. You are your own person. Do what you want to do. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. If you don't mind, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing, because I really do want to know. If you have a prayer request, you can leave that down below as well. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.